This week on launch, we've got 6 piping hot new launches to make accountants like you more productive. We've got a new tool to build websites on top of your Airtable bases. We've got a better alternative to LinkedIn. Where was I? We've got a better alternative to LinkedIn. And we got spreadsheets that integrate with all of your cloud accounting apps. All that and a host of other goodies on this week's Launch for Accountants. All right, we've seen a few of these tools now and I like them. They're tools to build websites on top of your Airtable base. This one's called Airvues, and the reason I like it, it's cheap. Even for us cheapskate accountants. $5 a month gets you 3 sites on your own custom domains. Lots of templates available to get you started. Even includes user logins, different permission levels, custom forms. I've used tools like this before for my own little micro sites, whether that's a blog, a tweet aggregator, or even something custom for a client like an inventory management or project management system where the off-the-shelf options don't quite work for them. Super quick and easy to get going with these, especially if the data already lives inside of Airtable. So check this one out at airvues.com. Tripetto is a new form builder that takes the best aspects of a full-page form builder like Typeform and marries them with a more traditional form builder. Oh good, another form builder. Tripetto's different in a couple regards. First, they let you call webhooks on completion. This is something that even Airtable won't let you do right now. Webhooks give you the ultimate flexibility in where your form data goes when it's completed. That could go to Zapier, could go to any other cloud-connected app. And for whatever reason, most form builders don't let you do this right now. Second, they have a wildly different pricing methodology. If you've worked with tools like Typeform much, Jotform, you've probably been through the process of building a form only to find that the feature you really want is behind another upgrade tier. That can be a really frustrating exercise, especially if they're for low volume use cases. For example, you need a form to do something specific on your website, but it may not actually be that high volume of a use case, but you still have to pay for that functionality month over month because you need that premium plan to be able to do it. Tripetto's approach is different. They give you all the functionality, but with Tripetto branding. And if you don't want their branding, you pay $89 once per form. So for me, I could care less if all my internal forms have their branding on them, but I've got a few externally that I don't really want that on. So that's easy. I pay that price once for each of those forms, and I'm not locked into this ongoing expensive tier just to be able to park that form on my website. No shortage of form builders out there right now, but this one's got a unique take. So check this one out at tripetto.com. Are you a freak in the sheets? Let's talk spreadsheets. We got a new launch called Rose, rose.com. How's that for a domain flex? Tell me if you've heard this before. They're setting out to reinvent the spreadsheet. I actually think this one's pretty cool though. The idea is your old-timey spreadsheets aren't web connected, and they don't give you a way to pull in data from your cloud systems. We've seen a lot of third-party apps in the last year come out to be your connector from your spreadsheet to X. But let's be real, we've got a load of cloud apps, and hacking together all these different connectors can be a real pain. Rose lets you set up native integrations, but then you interact with those tools via formulas. So we all know Excel formulas, and it's got all the formulas you would expect from a spreadsheet tool, but every time you add an integration, it unlocks another set of formulas. So for example, if I connect my Twitter account, I've got a new set of formulas I'm able to use that are specific to that Twitter integration. I like this because it's how we're used to working in spreadsheets. It's not gonna feel like a different third party, I gotta pull in this other thing to sync the data. It's simply a formula. Now right now they don't have integrations with any of the major accounting tools we work with. That would be a game changer if they did. We'll keep an eye out for that down the road. But this company's got an interesting approach. Check this one out at rose.com. Are you afraid of Stripe? It's crazy powerful, but it's definitely a tool for developers. Let's take a look at TillyPay. This is like a friendly wrapper around Stripe for muggles like you and I. Gives you a simple interface for building customized checkout experiences, things like recurring billing, giving people the option to pick different tiers, and then manage their payments on an ongoing basis. Self-checkout is something that most accountants aren't doing right now, and you may not want to do that for your professional services where you need to vet the client first. But how about for your existing clients who may be buying a service or an info product from you? Most accountants right now don't have an automated way for their clients to do that. It's a big difference between a run-of-the-mill accounting firm and the big productized services out there, but self-checkout's probably something we could be leaning into going into the future. Big upside of the TillyPay here is there's no ongoing fees based on your revenue. Once you're signed on to their paid monthly plan, you pay a fixed monthly fee. They don't take anything out of your revenue. The only thing that's going to come out of there are your Stripe fees. So if you like the idea of building your own checkout process into your website, check this one out at tillypay.com. New update from Hugo, a tool to make your meetings more productive. Number of tools in this space already. What makes Hugo different is they're leaning heavily into calendar integrations to simplify the process. Most people's reaction to tools like this are, the last thing I want to do is pull in another tool just for managing my meetings. I think that's the difference with Hugo's approach. They're balancing this by leaning heavily into that calendar integration. So it'll send you a daily email to see and set agendas for your upcoming calendar appointments. Like a friendly assistant trying to get you to meet responsibly. You can build your own meeting templates for, client discovery calls or one-on-ones. And then when those meetings come up, it'll even find other similar meetings in the past to try to resurface helpful contextual notes. Works for both internal and external users, so not everybody has to have a Hugo account to be able to participate in a meeting and engage in that agenda. It's got follow-up action items, integrations with your project management system, all the stuff you would expect from a tool like this. So if you're looking for a tool to help you run your meetings that doesn't feel like yet another tool, check this one out at hugo.team. How do you feel about LinkedIn? I'll tell you how I feel. I think it's Contra's building a different type of professional networking tool for independents, self-employeds, freelancers, those types. It's a community that's grown to over 5,000 people and it's built on Slack. Main difference here to LinkedIn is they're focused on the projects you've worked on, not your CV. Trouble with CVs I see is when you're looking for a new role, it's usually because you don't want to do your old role. But when you distribute your CVs, all the people that are going to get excited about them are the ones that want to pull you into a role that's just like that last thing you did. So they've augmented Slack to feature those past projects that you want people to see because you want to do more of them. And all of this is happening within a Slack channel. So they've augmented Slack to allow you to feature those projects you've done in the past that you want to do more of in the future, with the goal of building a more intimate network of people that you can collaborate with. So if you're looking for like-minded independents to build out your network, check this one out at contra.com. Well, that's it for this week. I gotta go. If you're new around here, be sure to sign up for the weekly newsletter at launchfa.com. This week we did a step-by-step build guide for how you can build your very own stimulus calculator into your website. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week with 6 more tools, and I'll see you in the next one.